Some people look at art as being a frivolous waste of time, but the need to communicate and to create visually is actually a fundamental need for many people. Hello, I'm Justin, and in this video I'm going to talk about what that need is, and I'm going to give you a series of 5 great things that happen if you give into that need and you delve into the world of creativity. Now let's not muck around, let's get straight to 5 great things that will happen to you in your life if you learn to draw in 2023. Now reason number 5 is because artists learn to see things differently. Now right now in your everyday life, sure, you look around, you can see things, but are you really seeing what's there? The way an artist does? Probably not, because here's the thing. The world can be broken up into some different categories and different structures. Now some of these things are called the elements of design. And there's things like lines and shapes and forms and values and all of these different things. There's a bunch of them, but the whole key of it is, if you start to understand them and identify them, all of a sudden you start to be able to understand what you're seeing to a much greater value. You won't just see a tree anymore. Now all of a sudden that tree has contrast, that tree has a direction, it has energy, it has movement, it has all these different things that are going on, and you start to identify what some of those things are, and you start to understand how that interacts with the environment around it. And all of a sudden the whole new vista, a whole new way of appreciating the world opens up to you. And you will see things you've never seen before in a way you didn't even know you could see them. And that's a fantastic thing to have. Reason number 4, art actually has the power to connect communities. There's been research done that's actually studied the effect of community-created murals within the community. And the research has found that there is a positive outcome both in the interaction of those community groups and also the perception of those community groups. So it makes people work together better, and it also makes people look at each other in a more understanding and tolerant way. It builds a bridge between groups of people who otherwise might be in conflict or misunderstanding each other. That's pretty cool, because participating in art programs is breaking down barriers and bringing people closer together, and that's gotta be a good thing. And how does it work? Well, quite simply, art gives you a chance to tell stories that you might not be able to tell in another way. It gives you a chance to get your point of view across to other people in a way they might be able to appreciate and understand. People can talk to each other through the visual medium of art. When we just make assumptions about each other, we make mistakes, we misunderstand each other, then we alienate each other. Through art, we can actually come back together and start that journey of understanding. And understanding is the beginning of working together. Now, you might not want to go out and do a massive mural on the wall of your local building, but just by learning to draw and becoming part of the greater artistic community, you're coming together with people. You're joining in on something new, exciting, and bigger than yourself. And that's an amazing thing. Now, if you're finding this video helpful, I would really love it if you would hit that like button. That really makes such a big difference to me. Thank you so much. Now, the third thing that is going to change your life for the better with drawing is the fact that art is so good for mental health. Now, everywhere that you look right now, you will see somebody struggling. People have stress, they have anxiety, they have depression, they have overwork and underpaid and all of these different problems, social problems, community problems, everything. It's all compounding. Now, what can we do about that? Well, here's something that you might not know. There have been studies done on people's brains. Now, the studies have revealed that by performing art activities, there is an increase in the positive mental outlook of those people. Art is good for your mental health. Now, there are 2 things at play here. The first one is while you're doing your artwork, your brain is lowering your stress levels. Less stress means a happier Justin. I can assure you of that. Now, the second thing that's going on here is that people who are performing art-related work, they're much more likely to move from a negative state up to a positive state. Now, these studies weren't just some questionnaires where people got to choose an answer. These studies were actually imaging taken inside people's brains while they were performing artwork and not performing artwork, basically, doing other parts of their life. Now, that's pretty awesome. It's not just someone's opinion, but this is actually something that's going on inside your brain. Now, if you want to help your mental health, a great step forward can be engaging in some artistic activities. So why not give drawing a try? Learn to draw this year. Now, reason 2 is that learning to draw allows you to express yourself. Now, some people think this is the number one reason to be creative, but I think there's an even better reason, and I'm going to share that with you in a moment. Now, self-expression is all about communication. We all have something to say, but we can't always find a good way to say it or a good way to tell it to the people who we want to tell that story to. Speaking in words are a great tool, but you can't always find the word that you want, and you can't always find the words that you want in the right time frame. Have you ever been talking to someone, then walked away and wished you thought of something that you then thought of later? Well, that happens to us all the time, doesn't it? If you think of that thing and put it in your artwork, it's always there. You can't forget it, and it can't be misunderstood or misrepresented. Now, we are drawn to visual things. I'm sure you've heard the saying, a picture paints 1,000 words. Now, for many people, a visual communication is a really important part of their life. It's how they take in and give out some information. While most of us can talk and speak to each other, it may not be the best way for us to communicate. For some people, looking and learning visually is so much better. And if you can learn how to draw, you can learn how to communicate and interact with people you might not be able to get through to any other way. And communication is about telling stories. It's about what stories matter to you and how can you express them. Now, if you learn how to draw the right way and you learn all of the things that go into building those stories, climbing all those stairs, well, then you can tell the stories that matter to you. Now, reason number 1, the very, very most important reason why you should learn to draw in 2023 is because drawing is fun. It's amazing good fun. When it all comes down to it, you should be spending your time doing the things that matter to you and the things that you enjoy. Now, while there is a whole range of benefits out there, and we've discussed 4 other ones, the number 1 reason why you should learn to draw in 2023 is because drawing is awesome good fun. You can draw anything you want. You can draw any style, you can draw any genre, and you can take drawing and you can use that as a building block to build onto other things. You can do as many creative things as you like. There's no limits. And if you learn some really good structure in the beginning, it gives you a vehicle that you can use to carry your journey onwards. It's an ideal way to make that you time, that special time for you, where you do what you want and it's your world and it's your creation and you can make it anything you want it to be. No matter what else is happening in your life, you're in charge and you own this and it's yours. Now, you can draw to share with others. You can draw to try and build a career. You can draw to win a prize or make some money. It doesn't matter. The why is entirely up to you. But the whole key here is that you get to spend your time doing what matters to you. And if you learn to draw in 2023, you gain these benefits for the rest of your life. You will always be able to draw on this. There are the 5 biggest benefits that you will get if you learn to draw in 2023. Now, if you want to learn to draw in 2023, it begs the question, where do you start? Well, I've got an answer for you. In the description box below, you will find a link to my website. There are heaps of drawing resources there. You should go there and check it out. The main thing I want you to check out, though, is the Ultimate Beginner's Drawing Course. That's a course that I built specifically to help you learn how to draw. If you don't know anything about drawing, this is a great place to start. If you did some drawing years ago but didn't keep it up, this is a great place to start. Even if you're doing some drawing now, but you don't really know what you're doing or you feel like you're not getting a good result, well, this is the course for you. This course will teach you systematically, step by step, through all the different elements that you need to draw well. You'll get so much practice, you'll get so much opportunity, you'll get plenty of guidance, plenty of support, and every opportunity that you need to learn to draw so well, you will astound yourself, you will astound your friends, you will astound your family. Check it out, give yourself the gift of drawing, and you will never regret it. Thank you so much for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.